Hey, I'm Vicky and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing some brilliant ways that you can make an extra £1,000 per month. Right now, times are tough. Everyone's budgets are feeling stretched. Mine certainly is. Food is more expensive, energy bills are more expensive, mortgage is going up, all this kind of stuff, and unfortunately wages are not quite keeping pace with those pressures. So I'm going to be talking about things that you can do in addition to, say, a job, or maybe you're not working at the moment, maybe you're a stay-at-home parent, you've only got one income coming in, whatever. These are all really easy ways that you can boost your income to make an additional £1,000 a month. Now, with these ideas, some of them may on their own bring you in £1,000 a month, but some of them you may need to combine with some of the other ideas, okay? So I personally love having multiple income streams because it just means that if anything else drops up, I've got other things that I can sort of work a bit on to pick up the slack. And it also means that I'm constantly trying new ways to make money and discovering things that work, things that don't work. And particularly as a mum of two girls myself, they're both at school, but you know, it's quite a busy life still, keeping on top of their admin. They're not in after school childcare or before school childcare, so I have limited hours in the day. So for me, having multiple things to try out has really helped because I've found the work now that actually fits around my family life so that I can spend more time enjoying them, but also I'm making enough money to pay the bills as well. And that's really important to me personally, having that good work-life balance. Let's get started then. My first tip is to make sure you are using cashback sites, and in particular I recommend you download these 3 cashback apps. The first one I'm going to recommend is Top Cashback. Now there are other cashback websites that work similarly to Top Cashback, but personally I use Top Cashback. I really rate it. I've made decent money by making sure that I remember to use Top Cashback. How it works is really simple. Download the app to your phone, and actually you don't have to use the app. You can just use Top Cashback through your web browser on your laptop or on whatever tablet, smart device, computer that you use. All you need to do is create an account, make sure you're logged into that account, go to the Top Cashback website and have a look at their retailers. Now, it only saves you money if you're gonna buy the thing already. Don't go to Top Cashback and allow them to sell you something that you weren't gonna buy already. If you've got in your head something that you need, for example, you need to replace your sofas because they are in a totally terrible state of repair, or you need to buy a new bed for your child because they've grown out of their last bed, whatever, something that you actually need, go to Top Cashback, see what retailers are connected with them. So all sorts of retailers, big brands, Marks and Spencer, for example, Argos, are partnered up with Top Cashback. Go to the website, see what retailers are partnered with Top Cashback that sell the thing that you need. And then all you need to do is to click the link to go to that retailer from Top Cashback. And what happens is Top Cashback gets a commission from whatever you buy from the brand, and then they share some of that commission with you. It takes a few weeks to get paid for you to be able to cash out from Top Cashback, but it's legit, it works. I personally really rate it, and all you need to do is just make sure you remember to click through from the app before making your purchase. My second app that I would recommend for cashback is Airtime Rewards. I've been using it for about 2 years now. I love it. I have a video reviewing it, which I'll link in the description below, which tells you a lot more about it. Basically, it's way lower maintenance, way lower maintenance than Top Cashback, because once you've created your account, you give the app your debit card details and it will track your purchases that you make with partners of the Airtime Rewards company. So it has to be a brand that's actually working with Airtime Rewards. So some examples at the moment, obviously they do change, are Argos and Waterstones and Boots. It does change all the time. You can go in the app and see which brands they're partnered with. When you make a purchase on the card that you've linked up to your Airtime Rewards account, you will earn money in your account, and that can then be used to get money off your phone bill. Okay, so it's not going to be cash in your pocket, but you use it to get money off your phone bill. It works with all of the major mobile phone companies in the UK. So I'm with O2, it works with my O2. I have earned £80 off my mobile phone bill since I started using it. So look, it's not how you're going to make your fortune, but but if you can get it to the stage where it is saving you £10 on your mobile phone bill, say every other month, I think that's realistic. I think every other month maybe, it's got to be worth it. The third cashback app I'm going to recommend is one that I've only actually just started using, but I'm really loving it, and I really think it is worth you giving it a try. It's called Jam Doughnut, so it's got a pretty cool name as well. How that one works is that you actually buy a gift voucher, gift card, store credit, however you want to describe it. You buy it on the app. So you pick the brand that you want to buy something from, say for example Marks and Spencer, Sainsbury's, places like that. You buy the voucher, you get a code that you can then use, and what's good is with a lot of them you can use them in store. Not with every single brand, but some of them will allow you to use that gift card code in store, or you can use it online obviously. And then all you do is, say you're online, when you go to make your purchase, you input your gift card voucher number, and you get the money off, and then in exchange for that you accrue points in your Jam Doughnut app. Once you've accrued 1,000 points, then you can cash out £10. I'm on 800 points at the moment. I haven't quite got to the point where I can cash out yet, but it's pretty cool, and if you use my referral code you can get some bonus points when you sign up. Another great way to boost your income is with survey sites. So obviously it takes a little bit of time investment to fill out surveys. You do need to actually concentrate on what you're doing. You do need to put the time in. When you work out how much pay you actually get per hour on these survey sites, it's not really competitive, I would say, when compared to an actual job. However, you've got to remember that this is flexible work. You can do it in your own time. Say you're sitting in the car waiting to pick the kids up from school, you can spend a couple of minutes doing a survey then. If you're sitting in front of the TV, you can spend 10 minutes doing surveys then. Okay, so it's really flexible, so it's handy in that respect. My favourite survey sites are YouGov, which does take a little while to get to the point where you have enough points so that you can cash out your £50 reward, but it pays cash to your PayPal account. I've been using it for years. It's made me a fair amount of money. I personally love it. The other survey site that I really like is Prolific, because the surveys are quite interesting. They're all kind of academic studies and they're quite varied. It is better paying than some of the other survey sites, and I've probably made, because I don't spend that much time on it, I've probably maximum made about £10 a month in a month where, you know, I've actually taken a lot of time to do it. But I think potentially if you put a bit more time into it, you could make £20 to £50 a month on Prolific. There are tons of other survey sites out there, things like Swagbucks as well, so just look into it. If you start multiple accounts with lots of different survey sites and put, say, maybe an hour a day or so, or whatever you can manage, you could potentially make £100 extra a month. Another great way to boost your income is to have a big clear out. I like to have a clear out twice a year. And generally speaking, I can make between £150 and £200 when I have a clear out of stuff that the children have outgrown, toys that they no longer play with, books that they no longer read, clothes that I no longer fit. There might be pieces of furniture that we now no longer need, all kinds of stuff, garden tools, you name it, I've probably sold it. I would definitely say that you can make a decent amount of money every year if you do have a proper clear out. Some things sell better than others, and it often does depend whether you have like a really good active marketplace in your local area. So say like on Facebook, there's often really good secondhand marketplace groups where you can sell your stuff, and when you have a really active one, that makes it really easy to sell things. Certain things sell easier than others. For example, I sold my children's scooters that they'd grown out of a couple of years ago, sold so quickly, and then other things I found that I just cannot shift for any amount. I've had to cut the price right down, and then eventually sometimes you have to give in and give it away for free because clearly people don't want to buy it. So look, it swings and roundabouts. Sometimes you'll get lucky, sometimes you won't, but it's really worth looking to your clutter and seeing, look, can I make a little bit of extra money on this? And finally, my personal favourite way of getting that extra £1,000 a month is to start a side hustle. I absolutely love side hustles. I've got lots that are tried and tested that have worked so well for me. And one in particular, blogging, has actually gone on to make me a full-time income. It's been absolutely fantastic. It has taken a few years to get to that stage. I think anyone who tries to flog you a side hustle and says that it will make you a fortune by tomorrow is frankly probably lying to you. You know, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. But with side hustles, I definitely think that there is potential for just one really good side hustle where you've managed to put the time and effort in to make you that extra £1,000 a month or even more. So I'll just give you a few side hustle ideas. Number one, blogging, my absolute favorite. Starting a blog is fantastic. You can write about something you're passionate, knowledgeable about. My only warning would be that it is going to take, I think, at least a year for you to make any money from blogging. Okay, it is a slow burner with blogging. You've got to get the website started, you've got to get content on there, and then you've got to build an audience. And until you have that audience, you're not going to make any money. I'm going to link in the description below to an article all about starting a blog. I have got 2 blogs that currently make me a decent income. One of them makes me a full-time income. And then I've also actually started a third recently, and I'm hoping to build that up to a point where it's making me at least £500 extra a month, because that one I don't have as much time to spend on it as with the others, but I'm hoping by putting in about 1 hour a week, in about a year's time, I can get that to a stage where it's hopefully making me £500 a month. So fingers crossed with that. But I love blogging. I really recommend you look into starting that if you have a passion for writing and you have a subject that maybe really fascinates you. Like, for example, you could write about gardening, about baking, about cooking, something to do with home education, something to do with entertainment, something to do with crafts, hobbies. The list is endless. There's a blog for everything. And you know, if it's something you're passionate about, then there's probably an audience out there that will be passionate about it as well. Another idea is to design and sell your own printables. You can do this on websites such as Etsy. It's super easy. I have done it. It has not made me a fortune yet selling printables on Etsy, but it has made me a bit of extra cash, which obviously always comes in handy. Some other ideas that will work really well include pet sitting or dog walking. There are some big websites that will connect you with pet owners that are looking for someone to help out with their pets, or you could just advertise your services locally. Another option is childcare or childminding. You'd need to make sure that you follow all the government guidelines to make sure that you're compliant with all the rules for childminders. Or you could have a go at babysitting, which has less red tape around it. And on a similar vein, there's tutoring, which is a really great option because you can do it online. So if you're a teacher looking for a way to make a bit of extra money, then that is a really good option. Maybe you're really good at a musical instrument, you could do some teaching in that. There's actually also a website, which I'll link in the description below. I believe it's called Cambly, where you can just chat to people online to help them with their English. So all you need to do, you don't need to be able to teach English, you don't need to speak another language, you literally just log in and you spend time speaking English to someone to help them improve their speech, and you get paid for that. Another great flexible side hustle is delivering for companies such as Amazon Prime, Deliveroo and Uber Eats. All of these companies have systems for freelance delivery drivers. You can find out more information about it on all of their websites, but lots of people make a nice little extra few £100s a month just putting in some time doing those delivery shifts. Obviously, you may well need a car in order to make this work. Another side hustle that I've had really good success with is freelance writing. There's all kinds of different types of freelance writing. It could be writing for a newspaper, writing for a magazine, writing for an online-only publication, writing some marketing content for a company's internal or external booklets and, you know, written content. So many different kinds of writing. Writing for blogs. Lots of bloggers want people to come in and help them with writing their blog posts. So really, there's all kinds of different topics, different niches that you could get into. Go onto websites such as Indeed or Fiverr to look for freelance writing opportunities. And speaking of Fiverr, think about like what your skill set is. Are you really good at graphic design? Are you able to build websites? What kind of things can you do online virtually that could make you a bit of money? Go on Fiverr and have a little click around and see what services people are selling on there. Chances are there will be something on there that is appropriate for you, and then you can set up your own page and advertise your services on Fiverr, make a bit of extra cash that way. And another really cool side hustle, which is something that my friend set up, which I just love, so paddleboarding instructor. So he was really passionate about paddleboarding and decided to set himself up as a teacher. He had to obviously invest in getting the gear, because you have to provide the gear to your students, and making sure that you know, he was properly qualified to actually teach paddleboarding and help people and make sure that he was safe. So there is a certain, you know, sort of investment in skills that may need to take place and equipment before you can get started with a side hustle. But it's now become a really nice, thriving business for him, and obviously it's something that he loves, so he enjoys going out to do it every day. I have got a huge list of side hustle ideas in a blog post, and I'm going to link it in the description below. When thinking about which side hustle is appropriate for you, just consider what your skills, your passions, your interests, your talents are. Maybe you'll need to do a course that gives you the correct skills, the correct qualifications to do the side hustle. Maybe you'll need to buy equipment, so there might need to be a bit of investment up front. Maybe you'll need to make sure you're insured. Whatever it is, take a look at what it is you're going to need to do. But there is something out there for everyone. I'm a firm believer in that. So take a look at my list of side hustles, and I think you'll find something that will boost your income and get you that extra £1,000 a month. Okay guys, I really hope that you got some ideas for making your extra £1,000 a month. Best of luck to you with boosting your budget. I will see you on the next upload. Bye.